What's up, digital explorers, and welcome back to Metaverse Update. Get ready, because we're kicking things off with a whirlwind tour of the most electrifying news shaping our digital future. First up, the UK's ambitious national digital ID plans are already drowning in controversy, facing a tidal wave of opposition and questions about transparency. Millions are signing petitions, and even Scotland and Northern Ireland are signaling defiance. Could this groundbreaking initiative be dead on arrival? Next, we're taking a global look at digital ID success stories. As the UK grapples with its new proposals, we're heading to Estonia, Denmark, and India, where digital identity systems are not just a concept, but a daily reality. What lessons can the UK glean from these pioneers, and what challenges lie ahead? And you won't believe this next one. Britons are reportedly flocking back to ancient Nokia 3210s and 6210s, all to escape the impending digital ID mandate. Is a retro phone revival the ultimate privacy hack, or is this just a funny quirk in the face of digital control? We're diving deep into why people are ditching their smartphones for a blast from the past. Finally, Mastercard is making massive moves in Africa, investing heavily in Smile ID to supercharge identity verification across the continent. With Africa's digital economy booming, this partnership could be the game-changer for millions. Don't miss out on all this crucial info. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell. UK digital ID plan sparks massive backlash. The UK's ambitious plan to roll out a national digital ID by 2029 has hit a wall of opposition before it's even truly begun. Announced with little fanfare, the proposal is already facing a barrage of criticism, with millions signing petitions and key regions like Scotland and Northern Ireland openly questioning its feasibility and consistency with existing systems. Observers are also raising red flags about the potential influence of giant foreign corporations in shaping this fundamental aspect of national identity. The core of the controversy lies in the striking lack of detailed plans, which has only amplified concerns. Adding fuel to the fire, the role of former Prime Minister Tony Blair and his institute has come under intense scrutiny, particularly following a report linking significant funding from Oracle founder Larry Ellison's foundation to the Tony Blair Institute. This has led to accusations that the institute's tech policy is inextricably linked to Oracle's commercial interests, a claim the institute denies, though former employees suggest close collaboration. Given that Oracle has secured over £1 billion in public contracts since 2022, the timing and nature of these connections are raising serious questions. Furthermore, the government's own digital ID explainer mentions support for a range of uses across the private sector, yet provides no clarity on how this aligns with the Digital Identity and Attributes Trust Framework, DIATF, into which many businesses have invested heavily. This ambiguity has left accredited identity service providers desperate for clarification, with consultants like Richard Oliphant urging immediate meetings between regulatory bodies and industry players to define boundaries and ensure a clear path forward. Public sentiment is running high, with an official petition against the mandatory digital ID rapidly approaching 2.5 million signatures, a number significant enough to warrant parliamentary debate. However, the path forward remains uncertain, with many questioning the effectiveness of digital IDs in achieving stated goals like curbing illegal migration, especially without alternative proposals. The situation is further complicated by Scotland's First Minister John Swinney's firm opposition, especially as Scotland's own Scot Account digital identity system is gaining traction. This digital identity debate is far from over, and the implications are enormous. But first, can a 90s phone really be the answer to 21st century ID challenges? Digital ID, a global reality, not a future dream. As the UK grapples with the controversial rollout of its mandatory digital ID, it's crucial to look at where these systems are already thriving. This isn't just a future concept. Countries like Estonia, Denmark, and India have already integrated digital IDs into the fabric of their societies, offering valuable blueprints and cautionary tales. Estonia, a pioneer in digital governance, has had a robust national digital ID system for years, enabling citizens to access a vast array of public and private services online, from voting and paying taxes to signing documents. Denmark, meanwhile, utilizes its MIT ID app for secure digital authentication, a system deeply embedded in daily life. India's Aadhaar system, though facing its own debates, has provided a foundational digital identity for over 1 billion people, revolutionizing access to services and financial inclusion. Across the European Union, a unified approach is emerging with the planned rollout of the EU Digital Identity (EID) wallet by the end of 2026. This ambitious project aims to provide citizens with a secure digital wallet for identification, storing documents, and accessing services across member states. Pilot projects are already underway, involving hundreds of companies and public authorities, demonstrating the EU's commitment to a standardized digital identity framework. France has already introduced its France Identite app, consolidating essential documents like driving licenses and vehicle registrations into a single, secure mobile application. These examples highlight a global trend towards digital identity as a cornerstone of modern governance and citizen services, proving that with careful planning and execution, digital IDs can enhance security, efficiency, and accessibility. But what happens when citizens actively try to avoid a digital ID? Some Britons are turning to ancient technology to do just that. Britons go retro. Nokia phones stage comeback amidst digital ID fears. In a move that sounds straight out of a tech rewind, many Britons are reportedly dusting off old Nokia phones, think the iconic 3210 and 6210, to sidestep the UK's upcoming mandatory digital ID. As the government pushes forward with plans for a national digital card, a growing number of citizens are opting for dumb phones that can't run the required government apps, seeing it as their ultimate privacy shield. The sentiment is clear on social media. You can't make me have a digital ID if I have a Nokia 3210. This nostalgic rebellion stems from the fear that a digital ID, stored on a smartphone, represents a significant step towards mass surveillance and digital control. By choosing devices with limited functionality, no apps, no Wi-Fi, minimal internet access, these individuals believe they can opt out of the system entirely. However, this clever workaround might be based on a misunderstanding of the new digital ID system. While the ID is expected to be accessible via a smartphone app, the government has clarified that citizens won't always need to carry their phone. More importantly, police won't be able to demand to see your digital ID on the spot, similar to current laws regarding physical identification. The digital ID will primarily be legally required for verifying the right to work in the UK, a check that employers already perform. Even for those without smartphones, the government has pledged to provide alternative, inclusive ways to obtain and use the digital ID, though the specifics are still under consultation. While some are fleeing digital IDs, others are investing heavily in them, especially across Africa. Get ready for a massive partnership that could change everything. Mastercard fuels Africa's digital future with Smile ID investment. Mastercard is making a significant strategic move to bolster Africa's burgeoning digital economy, announcing a substantial minority investment in Smile ID, the continent's leading identity verification provider. This partnership isn't just about capital. It's about accelerating the rollout of secure, reliable digital identity solutions across Africa, a continent where over 500 million people still lack formal identification. This collaboration grants Mastercard's extensive network of customers, including banks, telecom companies, mobile money operators, and fintechs, direct access to Smile ID's advanced verification tools. This means faster onboarding for new users, robust fraud prevention, seamless KYC AML compliance, and crucially, easier cross-border expansion for businesses operating in Africa. The impact is immense, especially considering the fragmented and often duplicative ID systems currently in place across many African nations, which hinder quick and dependable user verification. Smile ID has rapidly emerged as a dominant player in the African KYC market, processing over 200 million checks in less than a year, and serving major clients like Flutterwave and Paystack. With Mastercard's backing, Smile ID is poised to become a foundational infrastructure provider, aiming to enable banks and mobile wallets to securely onboard an additional 300 million African users. This investment builds upon Mastercard's existing commitment to the African fintech ecosystem, including initiatives like Community Pass and previous investments in companies like MTN's fintech arm. As Africa's digital economy is projected to hit $1.5 trillion by 2030, trusted identity verification is paramount. Mastercard's strategic investment in Smile ID positions them not just as a financial backer, but as a key enabler of digital trust and inclusion, paving the way for unprecedented growth and opportunity across the continent. That's all the groundbreaking news for today, but we'll be right back with a super-fast recap of everything you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's Metaverse update. We covered the massive backlash against the UK's digital ID plans, explored countries already mastering digital IDs like Estonia and India, saw Britons hilariously ditching smartphones for old Nokias to avoid digital ID, and celebrated Mastercard's huge investment in Smile ID to boost Africa's digital future. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Metaverse Update for all your digital frontier news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.